I entered the exam hall like I was entering the battlefield of my destiny, except I was unarmed, untrained, and unsure of what subject the battle was even in. My bag had one pen, half hope, and a biscuit, which I now regret not eating earlier. The invigilator scanned me like I was smuggling cheat codes in my socks. I smiled nervously. He didn't smile back. That was the first failure of the day. I sat down and looked at the question paper like it had personally insulted my intelligence. I flipped it over, hoping the questions would make more sense on the back. They didn't. I stared at question 1 for 5 minutes. It stared back. We both said nothing. Somewhere, a crow cawed outside, a sign of doom. Meanwhile, the class topper was writing like the exam paper owed him money. Pages were turning, pens were dying, and I was still trying to figure out if the word discuss meant write a paragraph or write a thesis. I started sweating, even though the fan above me spun like it was on vacation. I looked up at the fan like, "Why are you like this?" I glanced around, desperate for a sign from the universe. The boy beside me had drawn a full diagram of the digestive system. The exam was for history. He looked confident. I began to question reality itself. Maybe I entered the wrong room. Maybe I entered the wrong life. Trying to stay calm, I attempted question 2. I wrote 2 lines and then reread the question, only to realize I had answered something completely different. I scratched it out. Now it looked like ancient Egyptian script. Even Google Translate would give up. 10 minutes later, I was still on question 1. The teacher walked past me and looked at my paper. There was nothing there except a poorly drawn pie chart and a motivational quote, "Try again." I tried, I really did, but the only thing I achieved was a headache, a sore hand, and a deep desire to run away and become a goat farmer in the mountains. At least goats don't ask for syllabus. The bell finally rang, like music, like salvation, like freedom. I closed my answer sheet with pride, not because I wrote anything meaningful but because I had survived. That's what truly matters, survival. In the face of academic terror. As I walked out, my friend asked, "How was it?" I looked at him with the eyes of a man who had seen things he couldn't explain. "It was emotional," I said.